Pat, coffee. I said no more. I'm sorry. It's okay. All right. Thanks. Paver day. Super excited. Hope you guys are ready. This is probably the craziest Techo-Bloc inlay that we've done. It's gonna be complicated. There's gonna be times when we say, man, was this worth it? But in the end, we're gonna say, oh, hell yeah, it was. So stay tuned. Let's go. We're starting to lay our pavers, and what you're gonna wanna do is start with a square corner. Normally we set up string lines and square them off to have a starting point, but luckily here we're going off the deck. The deck's square, so we can start on this corner, and then we'll set up string lines in a little bit to make sure we're going straight, but we're trying to figure out where this inlay is gonna land, and it's gonna be pretty complicated, so we're trying to figure that out right now. Stay tuned. So we're setting this up to figure out our inlay cuts. It's pretty complicated. You can see here, it's my very scientific and accurate diagram of the layout, but that was enough. I just needed to visualize it to get perspective of what's gonna go on. So we need to cut these Blue Grande slabs into squares, and then once we have those squares, we need 7 full squares, and we need 10 pieces that are little triangles like this. So we'll cut 5 of them in half to give us 10 pieces, and then we can start laying it out. See how it goes. Now that we have all the squares cut, 5 of these need to be cut on a diagonal. That's gonna be the edge of our inlay. We'll see what we're doing in a couple minutes. We learned 2 valuable lessons this morning. One is a scientific demonstration of how strong a 3/4 clean stone base is. Show them what it did to your phone.
It's really strong. It's a really strong base.
Densely graded base is not strong enough to shatter a phone like that. Valuable lesson number 2, don't use your phone at work. Unless you're the boss and it's for work purposes like Instagram or Facebook.
Or you'll break it.
Now that we got all those cut, we're ready to start this inlay. What we got going on is single border of Victorian and Onyx Black. Then we're gonna have a double border of Squadra and Chestnut Brown and Shale Gray. Another row of Victorian and Onyx Black, and then we can start that checkerboard diamond pattern with the Blue Grandes that we cut into squares and diamonds. It's gonna be crazy. It's going on, Pat?
Not much. What are you doing?
We are working on this inlay here. We're making pretty good progress. You can see there's a ton of cuts here. We have these, which we're cut into squares. Then we cut those in half into triangles for the outside, and we almost got it going. We got these Victorian as spacers in here. This is gonna be the inlay in between the big slabs, but we're just placing them in here right now to get our spacing for the slabs, because once those are in, we'll take those out, figure out where the cuts will be least noticeable, and then we'll finish off that inlay, but it's turning out pretty sweet so far. Slabs are in. Now it's time to work on this Onyx Black border. And you can see it's going in pretty nice. What I think I'm gonna do to align our cuts is I'm gonna create a basket weave effect. So we're gonna have this splitting that seam there. This one's gonna go this way. So they'll split that seam alternating ways as it goes across, and then I'm gonna put, I'll demonstrate on this one here. Well, that works out just peachy right there. But that's how we're gonna do it. I think this is gonna look even better when we're done.
Out here in the wild, you can see the strange ritual of rhythmic block stacking. Alternating in colors. Hopefully, with enough blocks laid down, you can attract a mate.
So that's pretty much it for this patio. I really wanted to do an end of the day walkthrough and show you some of the details, but just as we were finishing up, it started downpouring, so we got out of there really quick and didn't get a chance to do a walkthrough. But tomorrow we have a couple little things to finish up. One of the nice things about this open graded base system is that a little bit of rain is not going to hurt you, and yesterday we screeded out about half of our setting bed, and we went back today after it poured last night. Everything was fine. If we were using sand and densely graded base, today probably would have been a total loss. So that's a really great thing about this system. But in all, I'm super happy with how this inlay turned out, and I was luckily able to get the drone up in the air even in a late rain to get some pictures of it. So if you're not subscribed, please do so. I'd really appreciate it. Let me know what you think of this patio. Check out the drone pics.